This is a video showing you how to complete a refute false claims assignment specifically related to forces. The prompt here says, after practicing and discussing force diagrams, select relevant evidence, force diagrams and situations, that refute each claim, then justify why the claim is false. Two reasons why this is going to be important to you. First of all, this is going to be cog skill graded on justifying and selecting relevant sources. It's a really good way to practice using evidence to prove that someone is lying to you. And lastly, it's going to help you pass this power focus area about interactions and force direction. Just thinking through these false claims will help you understand how to get some of these power focus area questions correctly solved and pass the content assessment. So notice here, we've got this false claim, number one. When an object is moving forward, the force diagram should show an arrow pointing forward. This claim is false. We're trying to prove that it is false. And notice over here, it says we have a few different options on where we can get our evidence. I'm going to click on this sample evidence link. This resource over here is the same link. And notice when I go there, I've got some clues on how to complete this. Step one, choose the best evidence from below, then copy paste into your doc. We're going to focus on that first. Before we do any explaining or writing, we're going to choose evidence first so that our writing is about that evidence. So I'm trying to look down here and see which of these pieces of evidence shows that when an object is moving forward, the force diagram should show an arrow pointing forward is wrong. I'm looking at this picture right here. I can see this object is moving this way, but this guy's pulling it this way. So that would make me think this is correct, actually. This one is moving to the right, but no one is pulling it. So that seems useful. There are no arrows pointing in the direction of motion here. There is just a cart moving. So I'm actually going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in. I'm not going to include just one diagram. I'm going to choose more than one, but this is a good starting point. Let's look down here at these force diagrams. This situation shows a ball moving to the right while a ruler is pushing it to the right. Again, this evidence makes me think that this claim is correct, because this ball is moving forward and there is an arrow pointing forward. So this evidence actually supports the claim, which means it's not the evidence that I want. Looking down here, it looks like this ball that's moving at constant motion does show motion, but the force diagram does not show an arrow pointing forward. This is a correct force diagram for an object moving at a constant speed. So I'm going to actually select both of these diagrams. I'm going to copy them, and I'm going to paste them in here along with the other one. So I've got some good evidence here. In fact, there are other options here that could be used. Evidence 4 and evidence 6 are also useful here, but we're going to move on to the justification now. There are some sentence stems down here to help me do this. And notice step 2 and step 3 on this document is showing me how to use those. I'm going to describe details about the evidence, then I'm going to explain how the evidence shows the claim is a lie. So first, focusing just on the evidence, let's try using this. The evidence shows that an object can move at a constant speed. Notice both of these objects are moving at a constant speed without being pushed forward. Meaning this ball is moving forward without being pushed forward. This cart is moving forward without being pushed forward. So the force diagram on the right here shows balanced force. So the ball moves at constant motion. In general, constant motion equals balanced force. So I just described the evidence that I included here. I haven't referred to this claim at all, but I'm going to do that next. This says the claim states that an object must be pushed forward, showing an arrow, showing a force arrow pointing forward. If the object is moving. But, I'm going to use this sentence. I'm going to say, therefore, the claim is invalid because an object will keep moving at constant speed even when nothing pushes it forward. I'm kind of summarizing both what the claim is stating. I'm not just copying these words directly. I'm summarizing in my own words what this claim is stating. And I'm explaining the connection between these pictures, these diagrams, and that claim. This is already pretty excellent work. If I look over here at the cog skills for justification, I can tell, like, yes, there is a logical chain of reasoning here. I kind of like started with the evidence and then I connected it to the claim itself and then I used it to show the claim is wrong. I definitely used some concrete details. I want to make sure that I can reach a level 4 on this though. So I'm going to try to focus on this subclaim as well. This says, describe in general how the direction of motion relates to the direction of unbalanced force. I would want to actually go back to some other pieces of evidence here and look for something where the direction of motion is opposite the direction of unbalanced force. So for example, this evidence right here shows a ball slowing down with the ruler pushing it to the left, even though it's moving to the right. So I could copy this evidence here as well, paste it in, and say something like, even when an object is moving to the right, it can be pushed to the left. A force diagram doesn't show motion. It shows which way an object is pushed or pulled. This is starting to be a level 4 answer now. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. Notice that there are other claims here that you can use to refute, and there's some other evidence on this sample evidence page to help you.